Phase 5 of the MCU ain't looking so good. It started off with Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania being a bust. Guardians of the Galaxy is going on. That might make some money, but, probably not going to crack that $1 billion, landmark figure. The only thing left is the Marvels, and I don't think anybody's really all that hyped for that. But regardless of that, the MCU continues to chug along and figure that, now would be great to tell everybody that they're going to be doing things that nobody asked for and act like you should be very happy that they're about to do it. So as you know, Spider-Man in the MCU was a big thing when he first made his debut in Captain America Civil War. People were really hyped. I thought what was really good about it, but honestly, I was more hyped for Black Panther than him, but still really good. Ever since then, he's moved on and done other movies and stuff. And, Spider-Man No Way Home was the only good movie in Phase 4. Arguably, it was more Sony than Marvel, but still, only the really good one in there. Certainly the only one to, blow past $1 billion. But now we're getting some news from an article here from Screen Rant that I want to go through with you and point out why the MCU continues to fail miserably. Marvel Phase 5 has already confirmed Spider-Man's MCU replacement. Although Spider-Man is still an active hero in the MCU, Phase 5 has subtly confirmed Peter Parker's replacement, but they can't repeat his mistakes. Okay. Although Spider-Man continues to be an active hero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Phase 5 already has his replacement as Spider-Man Tom Holland evolves into a more mature hero as the MCU keeps expanding. It introduces more characters with various abilities, and while each hero has their own backstory, some of them have many similarities to previously introduced characters, and they end up taking their places as some heroes' stories take them on different routes. This already happened with Iron Man and Riri Williams, with the latter becoming the former's replacement, and the next in line is Spider-Man. Right, so you're telling me that Riri Williams in the MCU has replaced Iron Man? Yes, because they put her into Black Panther Wakanda Forever, another terrible movie. And we got to see her in her Cracker Jack box-looking Cubics rip-off Ironheart armor that looked like absolute utter rubbish. And then they came out and announced that she's going to be getting a TV series that's going to be, there's also going to be starring a drag queen and a transgender actor, so they could all push this agenda onto your children. What happened to that? It's been delayed indefinitely because nobody wants your garbage. And Disney doesn't seem to want to learn that. Riri Williams failed miserably in the comics. Nobody liked the character in the comics. When she started off, people were like, okay, let me give it a look. And then they were like, oh God, and moved on. You literally had Riri Williams in the comics becoming a hero because her teacher didn't want to make her into a victim. That was really it, Her teacher told her she could be anybody she wants to be. And how did she respond? You're not supposed to tell me that. You're supposed to tell me that I can't succeed so that I can prove you wrong. Your whole reasoning for being a hero is because you're a narcissist. What were you really expecting? She failed miserably in the comics, and then you decided, let's put her into the MCU in a movie in a Black Panther movie where they shamelessly use the memory of Chadwick Boseman, God rest his soul, to push a movie along that is bombed terribly. That's it. And then you decided, let's give her a TV series that pushes everything that parents are trying to get their children away from. Runs there. So then they go on to talk about when Spider-Man showed up on Alcatraz, and they said the person who's going to be replacing him is Kamala Khan, aka Ms. Marvel. Here's what they say. Kamala Khan is one of the MCU's youngest superheroes at the moment, and she made her debut in the TV series Ms. Marvel, which is still the lowest watched MCU series on Disney Plus. Nobody watched the show. I watched 2 episodes. I was out. I told people it's not good. They didn't want to believe me. Then people had to come out and agree it wasn't good. People tuned out from it because it wasn't interesting at all. Thanks to a pair of magical bangles. Okay, yes, in the TV series, Ms. Marvel TV series, her superpowers got delivered in the mail. You understand me? That's how you build a superhero, right? You deliver their powers via the U.S. Postal Service. That's how you get it. That's how you give them their powers. Wow. Kamala is able to harness cosmic energy. He has some kind of weird-looking Green Lantern crap that they do because they changed her powers in the series. But she still has a lot to learn about her family history, the bangles, and her powers. Yeah, they also make it out to be that she's the first mutant in the MCU. That's gonna go over real well. Ms. Marvel also established that Kamala is a big fan of Captain Marvel, and she will finally meet her favorite superhero at honors in the Marvels, her first big screen adventure in the MCU. The Marvels will see Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala joining forces as their powers become entangled, resulting in them swapping places with each other every time they use their powers. The first trailer for the Marvel shows Kamala changing places with Monica, leading her to meet Nick Fury, and her reaction is what confirms that she's taking Peter Parker's place in the MCU. And the problem with this is that people don't like Ms. Marvel in the comics. When the character started off, people were kind of interested and decided to give it a watch, but then you kind of realized that the character wasn't really going anywhere. It was just basically another self-insert character. Her TV series wasn't liked. You have Brie Larson playing Captain Marvel. Now, Captain Marvel in the comics, when she was Ms. Marvel, was somewhat liked and kind of tolerable. As Captain Marvel, nobody likes Captain Marvel. They've rebooted her comic like 13 times to try and sell it, and it never works. Nobody likes the character. And nobody likes Brie Larson's portrayal of Captain Marvel. The only reason that the first movie made some money is because they sandwiched it between the 2 Avengers movies and told you that you had to see this movie to not to be a lie. That's the only reason they don't really made some money, but she couldn't even carry a second movie on her own, so they gave for the whole Marvel thing. And then we have Monica Rambeau, a character who they have done nothing with. What were you really expecting? It's just, this isn't really going to go anywhere at all. And in fact that you honestly think that Ms. Marvel is going to somehow replace Spider-Man, it's just laughable. Hey. Hush. Now then they go on to say that, the MCU must avoid repeating its Spider-Man mistakes with Kamala. And listen to this, Kamala Khan is already mirroring Spider-Man, and they share a couple of characteristics. But that doesn't mean the MCU has to repeat its Spider-Man formula with Kamala, especially with many flaws in it have been pointed out over the years. One of the biggest mistakes the MCU made with its version of Spider-Man was attaching him to a mentor figure in all his appearances. Beginning with his debut in Captain America Civil War, Spider-Man became Iron Man's mentee. And following his death, Mysterio posed as a mentor to Peter before showing his true colors, and in No Way Home, Doctor Strange took that place. The MCU must avoid this with Kamala Khan, especially after the Marvels, allowing her to become a hero on her own and learn from her mistakes without being under the shadow of Carol Danvers and or Monica Rambeau. Okay, now, I had a big problem with the way. Well, okay, the whole thing about it is that, okay, the MCU version of Spider-Man, there is no Uncle Ben, right? There is no point where there is no hero's journey there, because Peter Parker refusing to help stop a criminal, then the criminal killing Uncle Ben. That's how Peter learned the lesson that, with great power comes great responsibility. So he needs to learn. That doesn't happen in the MCU. And then the whole thing about Peter Parker, Spider-Man, basically becoming Iron Lad and having Iron Man as his mentor, I thought was really stupid. One of the cool things about Spider-Man is that he is a solo hero. Before they started having a couple thousand spider people running all over the flicking place in the comic books. But okay, on the whole, he is a solo hero. He has had to learn and grow and develop on his own. Yes, he's worked with people before, learned things from them, but he's a solo hero. That's sort of what makes him such an interesting character. They didn't do that in the MCU. They always attached him to somebody, and he had to learn. And yes, he had moments where he failed and then had to learn and grow from it, and it was actually really good. Now, what they're saying is that they can't do that with Kamala Khan. And it really boils down to three reasons. One, because this is the MCU. All female heroes must be perfect. They must do everything spectacularly. They must need no help. They must be better than their male counterparts because, woman is boss, man is crap. That's basically what they do it. Two, they don't want her to ever have to struggle. She must always be able to rise above anything, even though the hero's struggle is what really makes a hero. That rise is what really gives the hero that whole feeling, that whole growth, that whole way that they connect with their fans. They don't want that. And thirdly, they say that, they mustn't have her under the shadow of Carol Danvers and Monica Rambeau. Okay, the fact of the matter is that nobody likes Carol Danvers, and they've done nothing with Monica Rambeau. And nobody really wants to see Brie Larson mentoring, Kamala Khan, because you kind of have like Captain Marvel, like the wine aunt who doesn't want her annoying niece to come over, and they sort of portrayed that in the Marvel's trailer. And then you have Monica Rambeau, who just kind of hangs around, and they've done nothing to build up that character in any way. So why do you think people would actually latch on to it is beyond me. But this is what they're doing, and they're acting like this is supposed to be something spectacular. So the whole concept that they actually believe that Kamala Khan will be Spider-Man's replacement doesn't make any kind of sense. The character is not liked in the comics. Her big MCU debut series didn't do anything for the character at all. It was the least watched MCU series, and the upcoming Marvels movie looks like garbage. So what were you really hoping with this? That she was going to be the bright shining star of the MCU? I mean, Phase 5 pretty much done. You've screwed it over. That's really you, but I don't see this happening at all. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, should hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell, notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.